something supernatural is going to happen, something extraordinary. Because the people of Africa must rejoice. The innocent people on the face of the earth must rejoice. The people who have been oppressed must rejoice. They must quickly begin to rejoice, because there is a shift in the realm of the spirit. And this shift in the realm of the spirit is going to start especially this part of the world. Nigeria is about to experience a political overhaul. A political overhauling. And I begin to look at the language as the Spirit of God is downloading for the major prophet. I begin to hear what's called an overhaul, political overhauling. And that means the politics and everything about this part of the nation is going to go under overhauling. And this overhaul is going to come in a way that it will look as if it is a crisis, or if it is revolution, or if it is what and what. I don't actually know what to call it right now. But in the realm of the spirit, there's going to be what's called an overhaul that is going to happen in the country Nigeria. And the reason and the purpose for this is because there are lots of secrets that are going to open. Remember, when I tell you about secret open, you think that is a play. But all of these things, when it is prophesied, you can see them come to pass the way the Lord has revealed. I want you to be a witness to this very, very ministration. You can write there, I'm a witness, to be sure that when this begins to happen, you can be able to testify that you were here when the major prophet was given the prophecy. Because I'm seeing what's called a secret that will open. A great secret is going to open in Nigeria. And this secret cannot be able to cover. This secret will be impossible to cover. And this secret will take the country and give it to the owners of the country. The owners of the country are going to determine their way forward. And that is what is going to bring all what's called the power back to the people. Because this is what's called spiritual, and is also going to happen in the physical, that is called political overhaul. And this thing will result into what's called an unexpected individual. Is going to come up to be the next person to lead the people. And every section of this country will have their own, as if they are on their own. Because whatever the Lord has revealed to major prophet is what is going to happen. Because this is going to come like a storm. It's going to come like a storm. And this thing will begin to happen. And every child of God and every believer will begin to do the right thing and begin to now follow the right way that the Lord has made available for us. We must continue to pray about this matter, because what the Lord has revealed means that victory is coming to his people. The people of God is going to receive victory that they never prayed or they never even labored for. And this victory will come, and it will come unstoppable. Let victory come to you that is watching me. Let victory come to every one of us that desire victory. Let us receive that victory, and let that victory speak on our behalf. Because I'm seeing what's going to happen. It's going to be like a storm. It's going to be like a storm. And when this thing happens like a storm, it's going to take everywhere by storm. And when this thing comes, it's going to be what's called a political reformation and political overhaul and political overhaul. That is what the Lord has revealed. And this is not going to take time. It is between now and this very next election that is coming. Something supernatural, something unbelievable is about to happen. And the Lord has revealed to major prophet. I don't know, is this going to be a crisis? Is it going to be, what's going to be? Is it going to be like a crisis or what? But what the Lord has revealed to major prophet, put it down that this is what is going to happen. There's going to be what's called an overhaul coming to the political side of the nation. And then also we must continue to pray, because I am seeing the issues that is bordering on the people, and all the agitators are going to be settled. These matters are going to be settled. It is going to be settled by agreement. It's going to be settled by agreement will be reached, and this agreement must be reached to benefit of everybody. It's not agreement that will bring what's called issues, but agreement that will bring what's called the right thing and the right step to be taken. Because I see people who are also in detention finally and the agreement made, and everything is sorted and sorted out. And this means that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his release is paramount and is inevitable. Is something that is inevitable, something that cannot be overchanged or overturned, because the spiritual world has boiled, the physical realm has boiled, and everywhere is come to that point that that issue is going to take place. We must also continue to pray for all the church leaders, especially church leaders in Nigeria, to put them in prayer so that pressure will not, take them off their God-given duty that they are already doing for the Lord. We must continue to put them in prayer and support them in prayer, especially our big fathers in the Lord. Our big fathers in the Lord must put them in prayer, and also pray for them that whatever the enemy and whatever is there as a plan, the Lord should show them mercy and continue to use them and continue to give them what's called victory in the name of Jesus Christ. And we must also do everything possible as people of God to continue to raise prayer at all times, 24 hours 7, against people who are in our forests. There are many people who are in your forest, people who are in your farmlands, people who are in your reserve, places that you call like a reserve, in your sea, in your river, places that you can never ever imagine going there. There are people who are right there in the forest. What are they doing there? They are busy tapping into the resources that God has overgiven you. People of Nigeria, your resources are going out on daily basis. Your resources are going out knowingly and unknowingly, and peanuts are given to you. Peanuts are given to you. Zero are given to you, and your resources are taken out every day by day. Nigeria as a country, Nigeria as a nation must rise on their feet to pray, and also pray against this issue of their resources being taken away from them. We must do everything possible at all times to make sure that our resources are preserved. When our resources are preserved and everything are in the right way, then we can be boastful of what we have. But when your resources have been tapped unaware, have been taken unaware, how are you going to deal with that issue? Your resources taken away. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about this? Do something about it. Nigeria, wake up from your slumber. I am seeing the place called Sambisa, and also the place called some of the forests right there between Kogi State, and also the forests in Niger, in Mina, and forests right there. You go to places like all those farmers, and I'm seeing forests right there in the southeastern part of this country. Resources of the people taken away. May the Lord have mercy, and may the Lord save his people. May the Lord stand for the people of God to rescue Nigeria from what's called stealing what belonged to the people of Nigeria. People of Nigeria, Nigeria is already carried away. Leadership of Nigeria is carried away with what's called the crude oil. In the name, let us finish all the crude oil. Let us drain all the crude oil. Let us dry it all so that nothing is left. In the name of trying to finish crude oil. The strangers are busy finishing your farmland. They are busy finishing what belongs to you. They are busy tapping into your unknown resources. You must do something about your resources. Do something about what you have. Before you wake up one morning, you cannot find what you have anymore. Do something about that. Do something about that. Do something about that. Also put Lagos State in prayer. Pray for Lagos State. Pray for Lagos State that as they are making their policy, all the policy they are making and all the laws they are passing out there, they should not make policy and law that will bring what's called a tribal war or tribal issue. Lagos State should be careful on what's called law and what's called making what's called policy and law, especially the policy that boil down on tasking individuals and tasking people that are walking on the road, tasking people that are on their way going one place or the other, bringing something that is different from the national law. Lagos State should be very careful about this, because this thing is something that can bring a tribal war And pray that they should not result into what's called physical fighting every day, especially with the law enforcement. We must do everything possible to make sure that every law that is being passed out there must be laws that is also to the benefit of everybody, not laws that are witch hunted and targeted as some set of tribe in the country, or trying to make sure that a particular people or strangers or people who are in the land or people who are not indigenous begin to face what is not supposed to be. Lagos State should be able to outgrown that issue, because it's a matter that is very, very important. We must also move from here and go to what's called international matters. We must do everything possible about what's called international matter. Pray for UK and pray for England. Pray for UK. UK must pray to avoid what's called a bombing in their own soil land, in their land. UK must pray against bombing in their own land. UK must pray against what's called bombing in their land. Bombing in their land. They should pray about this. Pray about this. America should also wake up against terrorist attack, especially people who go what's called a suicide bombing. They should pray and also work and make serious that their eyes are open against what's called the same kind of thing that happened September 9. September 11, September 11, I don't know whether it's September 9 or September 11, the World Trade Center issue. America must pray and also do everything possible to increase and put high alertness in their air defense and also in their what's called in their air system against using a different camouflage to come and bring a bombing in their land. They should also pray about this. We must also pray and commit the world into the hand of the Lord, and commit especially people. India should pray against what's called a national disaster. They should pray against that. And also people of Ghana must pray for their leaders. Pray for their leaders. Pray for their leaders, that with their leaders, especially when election is coming in a country, a lot of people go to do so many things without knowing the consequence. And most of the things that people do without knowing the consequence comes back to haunt them. Ghana must also pray about what's called people that are in the place of authority, to pray against this is issue of national issue and disaster. They should pray against it. And when they pray against it and work against it and try to stand firm with the Lord, God will deliver those who are affected. Because when the Lord has opened the eyes of his servant to see issues, prayer must be said. Because when we gave them prophecy about the plane crash, many of them thought it was a joke. But when it happened, it was a shock in Ghana. Ghana must do something very, very urgent, and as urgent as possible.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back updates and information as to the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first who will collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as it dey hot. It don't share for the obodo as the information will be say it dey drop for my table. It dey kata kata for the land of the indigenous people of Biafra as it is right now. There is currently fire on the mountain in Imo State. Currently fire on the mountain in Okigwe in Biafra land. Something unexpected is actually happening there as we are receiving information from the Nigerian army wing that they have actually abducted the commander of the Biafra Liberation Army Forces, Commander Gentle the Yahoo. But according to another source, Angel Makeup was trying to say the other day that whatever the NIG army is releasing is actually false. But meanwhile, let's go down to this particular information that was released from the Nigeria Army desk. The Nigeria Army arrests Commander Gentle the Yahoo. The Nigerian Army has recorded multiple success across different states in the past 24 hours, including the arrest of the commander of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ifeanyi Eze Okoronta, popularly known as Gentle the Yahoo, according to a military source at Army headquarters who spoke with the news on Tuesday. The suspect was captured by troops of the 34 Artillery Brigade in a joint operation with sister security agencies at his hideout in Ako Ihube Okigwe local government area of Imo State. The operation led to the recovery of one English pistol, 120 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition, 25 rounds of 7.62 NATO, one cartridge, 6 mobile phone, military and police uniform, and a German flag. Troops also uncovered a workshop where stolen vehicles were dismantled for resale. In addition to destroying 10 motorcycles found at the scene, the source was quoted as saying, also, troops killed 3 men and rescued 11 kidnapped victims in separate operations in Benue, Katsina, Kogi, and Adamawa states. Rescue operation included 5 hostages in Magadali, local government, Adamawa state, 5 in Kushashika, ward of Malumfashi, local government in Katsina state, and 2 in Lokoja, local government of Kogi state. The source was further quoted as saying, also troops recorded notable operations breakthrough in Katsina state, neutralizing 2 terrorists in separate encounters, and recovered AK-47 rifle ammunition and a motorcycle, while in Benue state, troops neutralized 1 violent extremist seizing a mobile phone and assorted charms. In addition, 11 suspects were arrested in different locations across Benue, Kogi, Kaduna State for armed robbery, gun running, and violent extremist activities. Troops of the Nigerian Army also recovered 4 rusted castles in Plateau State, which were returned to their rightful owners. All right, this is what is currently happening, and this news is coming right from the desk of the NIG military. But the issue is that we are yet to see a video that actually confirms this particular information that has been released by the NIG military, because we are thinking that as they are releasing this information, they should have released a video where Gentle the Yahoo was captured. Of course, the issue is, do they know who is Gentle Yahoo? Do they know his face? Can they recognize him? Makana ade nwude kuno ojukwu n'aka and ade nwude agụ n'aka. Another information, news has also reported that about 12 IPOB members were arrested. 12 IPOB members were arrested in a troop operation. I think the NIG them boys, the Asari and Asari Dokubo and Musa boys are actually angry this time, and their target is targeted specifically at the indigenous people of Biafra. This particular news says troop arrest IPOB commander, rescue 12 kidnapped victims. Looking at these are comparison of the news that are being coordinated and given out by the NIG army troops as regards the arrest of Gentle Yahoo. But meanwhile, let's go down to this one. Says the Nigerian army troops have apprehended a notorious IPOB ESN commander, rescued 12 kidnapped victims, neutralized terrorists in a series of coordinated operations across multiple theaters within the last 24 hours. A credible source at Army headquarters told the news agency on Tuesday that the operation were conducted in synergy with sister services and other security agencies. According to the source, troops of the 34 Artillery Brigade in a joint operation apprehended a notorious IPOB ESN kingpin at his hideout in Ako Ihube or Kigwe local government area in Imo State. He said the operation led to the recovery of 1 English pistol, 120 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition, 25 rounds of 7.62 mm NATO, 1 cartridge with 6 mobile phone, military and police uniform, and a German flag. The source added that troops also uncovered a workshop where stolen vehicles are being resold. On anti-kidnap operation, he said that 5 kidnapped persons were rescued also. All right, these are different reports that are coming as regards this particular arrest that concerns Commander Gentle the Yahoo. I think this is not the first time. This is not actually the first time Gentle the Yahoo is, facing this kind of what I should call as a rumor, because there was a time it was rumored that he is dead. Yes, there was a time it was rumored that he was dead. All of you know about this time that this rumor went viral that Commander Gentle the Yahoo was dead, that he has been buried, and the rest of them. But at the end of everything, he still surfaced and told everybody, told the public, told Biafrans that nothing happened to him. And I could remember some time ago, either earlier last month, August, he was also poisoned, and after that poison he gave a voice note of which after everything he survived the poison, and now the one that is trending now is his arrest by the 34 Artillery Brigade army members, and that's what is currently trending now, and according to it, we have not yet seen a video. It is a video that will confirm if actually what these people are saying is true. But meanwhile, in Anambra State, the family of Akwa, the celebrity native doctor and the popular native doctor, has begged the governor of Chukwuma Charles Soludo through the human rights to tamper justice with mercy. They say, please tamper justice with mercy, for to err is human and to forgive is divine. Akwakoko's family begs Governor Soludo. All right, as it is, Governor Soludo is still holding Akwakoko captive, even Eke Heat and Onyeze Jesus. But I think there is kepu that someone like Eke Heat has been released, but people like Akwakoko and Onyeze Jesus have not been released. According to them, they say that Onyeze is using Bible to scam people, that he is not standing in one place. And the case of Akwoku is that he is doing okite. All right, but looking at it from the right sense of the matter, does the government have a right to detain a traditionalist? Because we have right to religion, right to speech, and the rest of them. Is he not exercising his right? Let's not judge with prejudice. If we should bring about the right judgment, I think Akwoku should be set free. But let's go down to that information. The family and kinsmen of popular native doctor Chidozie Nwangu, widely known as Akwoku Tiwarake, have appealed to Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo to grant him pardon and clemency following his continued detention in a 2-page petition signed by leaders of Ezenku Ora Eligboka kindred in Umumpama, Aboji Village, Oba, Idemili South Local Government Area. The community begged the governor to tamper justice with mercy. The petition was endorsed by Chinedu Okeme, Chairman, Augustine Okwanalum, Secretary, Nzedozie Nweke, former President, Aboji Village, and Ogbueshi Vincent Ejiofor, Elder. According to them, the absence of Nwangu has left many in the community distressed, especially those who depended on him as a breadwinner. They noted that beyond his family, numerous people had benefited from his generosity, which included scholarship for indigent students, support for widows and widowers, and contribution to community development projects like road rehabilitations. In the petition titled Special and Humble Appeal for Pardon and Clemency, the Kingsmen acknowledged that the case was already before a competent court, but stressed that the governor had the constitutional power to pardon him. They pointed out that such act of mercy had been exercised in the past under mitigating circumstances. The community leaders assured Governor Soludo that Nwangu had learned his lessons, particularly regarding the use of social media to promote his profession, which they admitted was inappropriate. They expressed confidence that the governor would consider their plea, emphasizing that clemency would not only aid Nwangu's rehabilitation, but also promote peace and social cohesion within the community. All right, this is coming from Oba. The people of Oba are appealing to the governor of Anambra State to tamper justice with mercy in order, to release Chigozie Nwangu. popularly known as Akokutkoroko. All right, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. Remember that you can still support our channel by giving us a YouTube super thanks. A YouTube super thanks will go a long way in promoting this channel. And if this is your first time of joining us, wherever you are listening to us from, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever we are dropping our news, you will be the first to take it. Thank you for listening. God bless you immensely.